So, greetings, Spartans. Today, Xbox had the premiere or the presentation, and in it was Halo 5. Now, we all knew this was going to happen, so this is not new, but there was a lot of information that came out of the presentation if you go back and look at the frames in the video frame by frame. For example, we can confirm that the team for Lock is actually Buck, Val, and Tanaka. Right, we definitely see the names on the screen, and there's Buck there. We definitely see it on the screen, all four of them, obviously all three, and Spartan Lock. So we definitely know that is who the Spartan Lock's team is. It was obviously guessed and leaked and everything like that, but just to confirm. Now, obviously, the Master Chief obviously is in the game. In this scene, you actually get to see Lock's team actually going after John 117, and they actually are running after, and they're using all sorts of advancements and advanced technology too, which is obviously new. One of the things that you see in this is they're going through and doing like a scan, like a Promethean scan sort of thing, but scanning the area to find things that Chief had. Like up here, he does a scan and he finds Chief's gun. So there it is there. So that's something that I haven't seen before, and obviously something I presume you can always control, just maybe by pressing a button, maybe pressing B or A or X or whatever it may be, or triggers, whatever you assign it to. But he can also issue commands to the team. Like then he just told one of them to scan the gun and find out if it's Chief's. Later on, you get to actually see him issue commands and tell people to go this way, while him and Buck go this way, and he also tells, I think it's Tanaka to heal or to fix Val when she goes down. So at the end of the day, obviously, I'm not sure if this is obviously AI controlled, but it seems to be that he's actually issuing commands. Now, another thing I've also noticed to this whole presentation is I haven't seen one loading screen. Now, this presentation itself does go for about 3 or 4 minutes, so it's not overly long, but it is pretty graphics intense. So I'm not sure if the loading screens, if it loads the game before, and then obviously you can just run through, or if there's going to be mini loading screens like in Destiny, for example. But it's definitely something I noticed. It does seem to be a lot fluider. It possibly looks like it's 60 frames a second at 1080p. It's hard to tell. They did say it was going to be, so I'm presuming that it is. But it also seems that the Forerunners are back, the Covenant are back. It sort of seems that everybody's back for this Halo 5, and it definitely looks impressive graphics wise. As you're seeing now, that basically the buildings are falling apart. There you just saw the Prometheans, and there obviously the Prometheans there. But there's also new Promethean vehicles as well. This thing here turning up now, that's actually, I've never seen that before. And there we go, we just see the Lock actually tell Buck to take it out. So like I say, it's I'm not sure, and here we go, here we see, yep, Val getting hit, fixed or regened. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a case of, I'm guessing it's going to be the D-pad, similar to Destiny. You got up arrow, back arrow, side, left, right. Maybe different commands for different D-pad. Maybe if you hover over something also, it helps as well. Maybe if you're putting over a weapons cache like you just did then. Maybe, you can tell Buck to go around it and get that, and who knows. It might have also just been the fact that this is obviously somewhat controlled by AI, so that the computer was already detecting what it should have done and obviously left it. But then obviously when you get 4 players in, it's not going to happen, so who knows. Definitely graphically it's very impressive. The sets or the actual scenes or the graphics are impressive, definitely. Going through, just killing all the Prometheans. The Prometheans are back. Don't know how everybody's going to feel about that. Running around, he's obviously got the shotgun, taking out the Prometheans, and also obviously the Forerunner. ground punch. Obviously the ground punch is back in it. And there he is. Okay guys, Didact is back. I'm guessing that's the Didact. Similar sort of armor. Obviously you don't see his face, but obviously not without the armor. People always suspect that maybe he died at Halo 4, but obviously judging by that, I don't think he has. I think he survived. Considering the fact that the Forerunner can teleport, obviously I presume he would just teleport himself out of falling anyway, even if he was supposed to die in the Composer. So obviously they're just simply showing off now a couple of scenes from the campaign. What they're also going to do then is also get up someone on the stage, and he's going to talk about the multiplayer aspect of it. So it's Josh Holmes, and just getting him up on the stage now. Now he says about the multiplayer being 24 players, and about it being 4 times the size of previous maps. What I believe Josh is actually talking about there is actually this new mod, or this new mode called Warzone. So I think you'll still have your 4v4 player for your team deathmatch or your team slayer or whatever it may be, whatever you normally play. But I think this is going to be replacing big team battle and stuff like that, or something like big team battle. Maybe they'll have them both in there, but I can't see why. But anyway, but this one seems to have pretty much all the vehicles and 24 players, and it seems to be that, even from what I can sort of work out, you might even be able to go through and be Promethean or Forerunners, or you might be able to go through and be UNSC. It does say there that all possibilities are possible, so I'm not quite sure, but this is definitely going to be, we'll show here the Warzone. It's 24 players, and there you see the vehicles there, you see the Mantas. There's a lot of players in the game, so presumably that's why it's so much bigger than all the previous. And there's the Covenant dropping in. So I believe you're going to be able to be most of the other team, or actually be Assassination. So I believe you're going to actually be possibly be both Promethean or Forerunner or Covenant or UNSC. So that's what I say, anything is possible. Look guys, let me know in the comment section below, what did you think of the video from E3? Did you enjoy it? You're hyped for Halo 5? Have a great day and enjoy.